Alright everybody, here comes the Ghost Buggy. Not rolling very much and being driven by the California Raisins. We're going to take a little bit of a time machine and look at it here in a minute. What's up everybody, Teeeker here. Today the Teeeker Toy Time Machine is taking us back to 1986-87 when the Filmation Ghostbusters had a line of toys. These are actually the original Ghostbusters line because there was a live action show in the 60s, I believe. Then the really popular Ghostbusters came around and I think 84 was the first Ghostbuster movie. But when it came to the toys and to the TV shows, cartoons, that's why the Bill Murray Ghostbusters are actually called the real Ghostbusters for the cartoon. Alright? As you can see, the Ghost Buggy is all intact. I don't have any of the action figures from the Ghostbusters when I was a kid. So today, the Ghost Buggy is being drove by the California Raisins. Alright? This is a really cool piece. Like I've said over and over, me and my brother, we used to play with our toys. And the fact that this thing's in one piece, I'm kind of surprised. Alright, we'll take the California Raisins out. They can drive off a little later. And I'm actually not going to pull on this too much because it is pretty breakable. As I about destroy the steering wheel taking the California Raisin guy out. It actually has 3 vehicle modes. Obviously this is car mode. Then we can go into submarine mode. I'm not real sure they thought that through. I'm not even going to put that in because I don't want it to snap off when I try to pull it out. This is submarine mode. It actually does have little fins come out the sides of those. And when it goes to submarine mode, I think the tires are supposed to go like that. Now, the tires are still attached, but they are a little bit warped from years and years of just sitting. Alright, there is a trunk that pops down, being kind of easy with that. I'm going to go ahead and actually put the submarine head back in the trunk. That's where it goes, along with the periscope. Again, when you get some of these older toys, I really don't want to pull on a whole lot. And I actually can't get the nose off very well. I hadn't had a whole lot of luck. And again, I don't want to pull too much. But that actually comes off, and turns around, and it's more of a missile shape for when it goes into flight mode. Again, I try to be easy with some of these older toys, which I don't seem to be being very easy with them at all. Because I'm just knocking stuff all over the place. Let me go ahead and pop the wheels back in to that mode. Again, you got to try to kind of be careful with some of this stuff. It is quite old, almost 40 years old. So you can actually move the wheels into a couple different sets like that. And there are wings that pop out of the bottom. Yeah, trying to be careful here. As I just pulled the whole thing off. We're not going to mess with that anymore. Maybe I should have messed with this a little more before I tried to do a video. Alright. So I got wings that open up right there. But again, I don't want to pull on them too hard. And we have a flap that opens up right there. And it turns into a jet of sorts. That's a really cool line. Not very easy to find. This one is, I would say, 99% complete. I believe there's supposed to be 2 little stickers that go with the horn right there, but everything else is on here. Like I said, I had the California Raisins driving it around because I never actually think I had the leader. I believe his name was Jake Kong. I couldn't tell you where he's at. Then we'll put the girlfriend up front here. Got the heels on and all. I also couldn't tell you when the California Raisins came out. I remember I used to get all this stuff at Hardee's though. And we had a Hardee's right down the street from us. Put the singer in the back. And we'll put this guy who just likes to point. So, here's the Filmation Ghost Buggy. Not easy to find. Not easy to find in one piece. But a cool little trip down Time Machine Lane here. Like I said, now that I'm starting to do a little more videos, I gotta say things like, please subscribe, like, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment. It's hot in South Carolina. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. Teeeker out.